14. The Saints have been so close to picking up wins the first 2 weeks of the season. And now the Who Dat Nation is wondering, can they do it? Can they get a win on the road this Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks? The last 2 times they went out west, they showed they can win at Seattle's Lumen Field, which can be one of the most difficult places for opposing teams in the nation. The Athletics' Larry Holder joins us now to discuss. Larry, good morning. It's been a long time since you and I have chatted.
Well, let's see. I was typically on every week. Then, week 1 and week 2, I haven't been. So now I'm back. Maybe they're trying to bring back the Larry Holder mojo.
That's what they've been missing.
Gotta be what it is.
That's what they've been missing. All right, Larry. Let's talk about this young quarterback we have, Spencer Rattler, under center for a second year. He has improved, but let's talk about how he stacks up when you compare him to other quarterbacks of his age in the league.
Right. I think expectation levels, it really depends on where you are. I mean, you're probably not happy that he still hasn't won a game with the Saints as a starter. But right now, 2 weeks in, if you look at the league overall, he's middle of the pack. Okay. And that's actually much better than he was last year. He is basically on the same plane as Michael Penix Jr., who also was in his draft class. So that's kind of why let's bring up the quarterbacks who are on the same draft class or a little younger. Look, the only 2 quarterbacks, statistically speaking, that have played better than him from the last 2 draft classes are Drake May and Michael Penix, which means there are a bunch that are behind him, like Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. Even though he played well, he has not played that well this year. #1 pick this year, Cam Ward, he's played better than him, and J.J. McCarthy. So, look, things are looking up for Spencer, and he's been really good against the blitz. I think the biggest issue, it's offensively and defensively. He hasn't been that great when he's throwing the football on 3rd down and extending drives. Obviously, we know if you can extend drives, you can score more points. So I think that's something they got to work on. But look, it is promising for Spencer Rattler.
That's good news. And when you put it like that and compare him to other quarterbacks, that should make Saints fans feel like, okay.
Let's hope, right?
And it's still really early in the season. We have to always remember that too. Let's talk about defense. They've had some bright moments on the last 2 games, but also some not so bright moments. A lot of missed tackles I've noticed, especially in that last game. What are your thoughts on where the defense stands as they head to Seattle, which again is a tough place to play?
It's funny. Both games, both sides of football, good things to see, and then not enough. Right. And so when you look at the Saints pressuring the quarterback, they've been very good in terms of getting sacks. 2nd in the league. Carl Granderson is tied for 1st in the league with sacks with Myles Garrett, who is an All-Pro, which that's a great start. The thing is, the sacks can be deceiving because they actually don't pressure the quarterback a lot. They're actually one of the lower teams in the league and actually pressuring the quarterback, and yet they are almost a league leader in sacks. So whenever they get pressure, it's good, but they don't pressure it enough. So, and also on 3rd down, going back to like offensively, defensively, they're giving up 3rd downs 50% of the time. That's near the bottom of the league. So if you can't stop someone on 3rd down and you can't convert on 3rd down, it's a little tougher to score.
Yeah, that is what would create tough score issues there by definition. All right, let's talk about this week. We got a game, 3:05 p.m. kick in Seattle, a difficult place to play. Seattle has a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. They're 1-1 right now, but you were saying they're kind of on a high, if you will, right now. They came off a big win. Did they play in Pittsburgh?
They played at Pittsburgh. Of course, they have a new quarterback with Aaron Rodgers, so Sam Darnold, and they went in there and put up 31 points. Ooh. And so, look, Sam Darnold, it hasn't been great for him so far this season, but obviously he's a veteran guy, and Seattle's defense has actually been pretty stout. They've only given up 17 points a game, and so when your offense can't convert on 3rd down and you have trouble scoring points, I mean, against a solid defense, this is going to be a challenge. But look, it's not like the Saints have a bad history in Seattle. They've won the last 2 times, but again, that is different quarterbacks, different coaches. I know you can look at that and say, all right, well, maybe you could go up there and win it. And it's possible, but still, look, this Saints team in and of itself, they're still trying to find their way. Right. And you're going up against a more veteran team against Seattle with a more veteran quarterback and some pieces on defense. So this is going to be a tough challenge, obviously.
We'll have to wait and see. Larry Holder, thanks so much. It was good chatting with you. It's been a long time.
Absolutely, it has.
And again, he said it himself. He brought the Larry Holder mojo back, and maybe
that depends on how viewers see it. They might be like, this Larry Holder guy, get this guy out of here.
We'll reconvene. We'll talk about this again on Monday. We'll see how this all goes. All right, Larry, thanks so much.
You got it.
All right, well, next up, it is